On this episode, we talk about my potential sleeper game of the year. John brings up Call of Duty again.
And what the hell is up with Phil and the lies? That's right, the Xbox lies. And the creepiest Microsoft commercial you will ever hear. 5, 4, 3, 2, live! Michelle.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 863 of the Video Game Outsiders podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Michelle Madison.
And I, of course, am your John Jacobson. Now, I am excited, Michelle, because this show, we are bringing our own themes. And we should mention that Benedict Bradford's not here. So
he's not here. We did this theme for him because he wanted us, he had his own little theme in mind. So we thought BYOT. Then he says, oh, guys, I forgot. I'm on vacation. So this is how...
Yeah.
This is just a very Canadian thing.
The three of
You're
us
so
all decided, hey, that's a great idea. Let's do we're all going to bring our own theme.
We got music. We got different things going on. And Matt's like, oopsie, I'm at the cottage, which is a very Canadian thing, I guess, because I never call it the cottage, right?
No, that sounds...
Yeah, that must be, I don't know, it's a cultural thing. He's like, I'm away in the cottage this week. I can't be there.
The cottage.
I'm in the cottage.
Do you think he's playing chess or something? What do you think he's doing?
He has a cardigan on in the summer, and he's got like a pipe.
He's got a pipe, and they're like, pawn to J6, rook 5.
I haven't used the word cottage, I think, since I was like 7, talking to like a fake tea party. Oh, little mumsy's at the cottage. I mean, whatever he's doing, we hope he's having a good time. He'll be back next week. We're just explaining.
At the cottage.
We didn't know. This was last minute.
What's he doing in the cottage?
He's in. A cabin sounds cooler to me. Like a cabin by the lake.
We called it like a summer home. That like my grandpa had a
cottage grandma. Yeah. It's like something you'd see that some dumb twat on TikTok is like, cottage style is really in cottage core. Oh, it's lesbian cottage core vibes or something stupid. You want to beat somebody if they say.
It sounds like something someone built with like 2x4s and no knowledge of how to build anything. Like
this
it's just
a lesbian cottage core vibes. It's like who uses this language? Matt, I think, is de-aging. Like we're all getting.
So we're gonna talk to he's Benjamin Button. Wait.
Yeah, I think he's a young hip kid using these terms cottage. What is this shit? So we're going to talk about themes. We each have our own. I'm excited to hear about what we've come up with and all the fun. We're going to have tonight. Big news, right? We got Xbox on Amazon
Possible
Luna, Fire
Lies
Sticks
of
or
P.
whatever. Lies of P with the Lies of Phil, John. Is that what you're saying?
I'm seeing that term. I saw that term before the show. Lies of P.
Your boy Phil Spencer might be in trouble.
There's big Game Pass news that we're going to be getting into.
That's right. Some Switch 2 rumors as well.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's right.
What?
I don't know.
Well, we're live. I just ate pizza, so I'm like going to explode. Excuse me. We're live right now on VideoGameOutsiders.com. That's important because we do it every Tuesday from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/John and Michelle. So you can go to either place, but if you go to Twitch, you can support us free with your Amazon Prime, support us every month, and it helps the show. And if you miss it live, though, which most of you do, the best place to listen is our app on iOS and Android because we do bonus shows during the week. Some are free, some are premium. And we do stuff every week. I know, John, you just did a John show today. So
I did.
It's fun. What'd you talk about? Anything good?
Lots of food.
Lots of food. That's always fun. So if they want to support us and get 20 years of VGO, 20 years of VGO, like weekly bonus shows, it's only $1.99. How do they do that?
That's right. Go to our website, VideoGameOutsiders.com. When you get there, there's a red premium button. Go ahead and click it. Go to the next page. Sign up. Go premium. It's $1.99 a month. And once you're premium, you unlock our entire back catalog of almost 20 years and all the bonus stuff we do every single week. Yes, we do other shows besides these free shows. And they're all on the app or they're on our website at VideoGameOutsiders.com. And yes, we have an app, and that app is totally free. Search for Video Game Outsiders on iOS or Android. You can use it to listen to the free shows, or if you go premium, you can unlock all the...
You're like repeating the same thing over and over, like the same facts.
Yes.
But then it makes
Have you ever
tune out.
seen like 60 Minutes and the intro is the same every time?
I know, but it's the same like fact. Like it's free, it's on the app, press the button. Free on the app, press the button.
Exactly.
I don't know.
It's
I think
great.
people are just hitting that skip
Listen,
button.
a lot of young podcasters have learned a lot from me, and
that's true.
And that's one of the takeaways.
Right. People are taking your podcast class, right? It's on our Patreon if you want that. We'll teach you guys how to do it. All right, so we've got a lot of stuff to dig into tonight, John. Are you ready? Is there any other housekeeping? All right, good.
No, I'm actually excited to hear about what you played and what your theme is, because I don't know. Actually, I do know, but go ahead.
You know now because I had to send you some music for it. Okay, so my theme is Demo World Tour. Now stick with me. All these games are demos,
A world
and you can
tour.
play them.
Okay.
And it's a world tour because I'm going to take you around the globe. Okay.
Now, how did you go
off,
about acquiring said demos, and how did you qualify their origin?
Well, I looked at where they take place and sometimes the developers, but mostly the setting of the game itself.
Okay, so it's the setting, not necessarily the developer. Is there any
Right.
Swedes involved?
No, there's Norway, I believe.
Okay.
So some Norse
You believe?
stuff. Yeah, well, there's 3 countries that represent the whole area, right? So I believe it's Norway though. So let's start off though in Japan with Capcom's You're going to play my song?
Yeah,
with
here we
Japan,
go.
with Capcom's Kinitsugami Path of the Goddess demo. It's up everywhere. I played on Steam. It takes place in Japan. It's a Japanese developer. And for me...
Well, it's
it is-
Capcom, so yes.
Well,
Now,
okay.
we should mention
Yes.
that Phil got this game on Game Pass day one.
Yeah, so it comes out on Game Pass next week on the 19th, I believe. But the demo is out now. So I want to talk about this game because for me, it's one of the most unique games I've ever played. I played the demo for about 10 hours. I did everything you could do in it. And I went back and
Wait
did
a
all the
second.
collectibles. And I think it's sleeper game of the year for me so far.
Okay, so I too played this demo,
Okay.
and I did run out of time, and you know why. So I got
You
to
can
the
turn
first
off the
boss.
music now. The music is really only for the first part where I'm like, and now Japan.
I'm curious about this because I played the demo for like over an
John,
hour,
turn
like
the
hour and a
music
half.
off. We don't need to keep
okay,
hearing
but
this.
wait, I want you to tell me real quick though.
Yes.
Is the demo just the first area and the boss, or is there more areas beyond that?
Oh, there's a bunch of areas. Yeah.
Okay,
So the
okay,
demo's
good.
not the same as the beginning of the other game, and no, your progress does not carry over, unfortunately. But it's basically you're working your way down this mountain path to different areas,
Yes.
as well as working your way up a path on each level to get the goddess safe and sound. And you are, I mean, it's a mix of an action, strategy, tower defense. It's very unique. So you get in and you're a little confused. I really wanted to understand this game. It's why I played it so much. And it really kind of clicked for me at a certain point because when
It's
I
weird
first
that
turned it
you
on,
said
I was
that.
confused. But I'm like, you
Okay.
know what? I
It
want to
becomes
learn
so
this.
obvious what it is because
Right.
when I first started playing it, I'm like, what the fuck is this game? I'm
Right.
like, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, this is a tower defense game, like
Right.
cleverly disguised.
But the
Go
combat
on.
is kind of you action fighting, but you set up these sort of villagers and they can take on different roles. It's really cool. So there's sort of classes. You level them all up individually. So it takes place in a couple of different places. You're either doing the map with the path or you're back at your camp. There's a tent. That's where you set everything up, where you kind of level up your classes and you can swap
And
stuff
your
around.
villagers.
Your
Yeah.
well, that's what I'm calling them. The classes
Yeah.
are the villagers. So where
Yes.
you level up your classes, which are the villagers, and there's different things that you're going to be doing as the game progresses in this home area. So it's this home base area. Then you go out. So you get thrown into this map, okay, and there are some villagers in front of you. And you start assigning them roles. And then you're like, what's going on? Right? There's a path. And what I didn't realize is, so you'll carve the path to the door, basically, because it's very pretty. It looks like Neo.
Yeah, everything's
It's
like
got
possessed and
it's
kind of haunted.
Japanese, a lot of
Yeah.
like yokai, like Japanese lore of demons and all that shit. And the colors, like the presentation is really cool. And I'm going to talk about a tip for ultra wide users after I get into the game. But anyway, so you carve a path to the door and it'll tell you if she will make it there by nightfall. And if she doesn't make it there by nightfall, the demons are going to come out and she's not going to be safe. So that's going to happen at least once per walk. Sometimes it happens multiple times per walk. And you can stop her anyway along the path. So you want to stop her in a safe
to keep
area.
her away from the door.
Yes, you don't want to leave her though in an exposed area where there's a fork in the road. So you may want to stop her, even though you carve the path. You can tell her to stop at any time so she's in a safe spot. And then you arrange people around her. So you may want your hunters up on one of the ledges, and then you may want somebody who slows people right in front of her. And you've got your woodcutter men who are like your warriors, like maybe behind her watching the back path. And all the while that they're doing that, you're running around this map, killing the demons, but also killing like little trees so you can collect points that level up the villagers. You may want to change their class on the fly. Like, oh, I want a healer. Let me change him into a healer. You're going to be moving people around, positioning them on the fly as you're playing too, and as you're pushing forward. So, the bad guys are coming out of the gates in various directions as the maps progress. There's bosses that come out and they're all really crazy. Like I said, it reminds me of Neo 1 and 2, like the cool Japanese demon bosses. And you can start to tell like, hey, it's a bit of like a tower defense, but she's what you're defending. And it's unique because I look at it a little bit like Baldur's Gate 3, except action combat, because I found myself thinking about where am I placing my team? who do I want? What's going on? And so it has this like RTS mix going on. It's very unique. There's different foods that you lay out at your tent along with different trinkets and upgrades you lay out at your tent. So it's like a really nice presentation of like you sit down with the goddess and you set out sort of on this like table in front of you what you want to do, right? So for this next map, I want this and I want this. And it's all done in this sort of like traditional
all the
Japanese
slots
way.
are at that table. Yeah,
exactly.
And you could save the game there, and but that Yoshiro girl who you're protecting, like when she gets to the whole area is like corrupted, and then if you can get her to the door in time before I guess nightfall, then she will get rid of the possessed door.
She'll open the door, and sometimes you walk to another path on the level. Other times,
and the bad guys can't come out though at night, and the area
they'll come out at night. Yeah. Yes, exactly. And then, so on the ones with multiple doors, multiple stops, you heal her at the door with a little mini game of keeping it lined up. And like I said, just the whole feel of the game, like it really kind of, I don't know, it took me in, like the art direction. And the reason why I started really enjoying it is because when I first put it on, for some reason, even though it uses the Resident Evil engine, this one does not have ultra wide. I think because they think it's cheating. No, I think because they think it's cheating, because I went and got RE Framework from GitHub. It's completely open source, completely safe. And the one for Dragon's Dogma 2 was working already for the demo. You can go do it. And basically it lets you use 21.9. And the second I loaded up this app, this game went from pretty cool to, oh my God, this is amazing, because ultra wide in this game is a fucking game changer. And to me, anyone on PC who isn't playing on ultra wide is crazy, because this game becomes like you see the full map, John.
Yeah.
You see exactly where you can place people. You can see all the paths, right? You have this more like eagle eye view, and it lets you it gives you a FOV slider. So you can pull all the way out if you want, which to me is kind of cheating. So I didn't do that. I just kept it at the FOV of the game, and I just let the ultra wide work. And I really enjoyed it. Having that open map kind of going on. But the flow to this game, I mean, like I said, so I did all 4 maps. I did them all multiple times so I could do all the unlockables in them. There was also an Okami crossover that if you did a certain amount of things in the game, like as a community, that there's Okami skins that are coming to the game when it launches. And it's weird because I remember you talking about Okami, and there's like a lot of talk about the game again. And I think it's because of this little crossover that they're doing.
Now, so Okami was that game with the wolf, and I played that
Zelda
on the Wii or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I'm not used. I'm trying to figure out what's the connection between these two. Is it just the world?
The world, the setting. I think the same time period. Things like that. Maybe it's the same universe. There's some skins you're going to be able to unlock. But I just love the bite-sizedness of the maps. Even the final map I did, which was a little tricky at first because I didn't stop the goddess at a good point. I stopped her at a fork in the road where she had all these fire guys who were exploding, walking in from all angles. And you can pick different skills for your character. So I finally got to work where I would set up traps around her from behind. So I set up traps, on each path. So I knew if one went off, she was in danger. And it's just like one of the most unique games I've ever played. I love that I went in and I didn't instinctively already know what it was. It wasn't, John, to use in one of your words, formulaic in any way.
No, because and the thing is, I had the exact same experience as you because I went into this game not knowing at all what this game was. Right? You mentioned it to me. I installed it on my Steam Deck. I went to play it. I'm like, first of all, the style was like stunning, like very ethereal kind of look.
Yes,
and
I posted
like
a bunch of screenshots on my Steam.
And but like once I realized what it was, I was like, oh my God, this game is really well designed. And they I can't explain, like it's really abstract when you look at it, but the way they just expose you to everything, it completely clicked like really fast. And that's just good game design. Yeah.
So if you're confused at first, good. Just know that that's how you're supposed. You're supposed to discover what this is, and then it's just going to click to you, and you're going to keep learning more and more and more as you play. Instead of getting in the same games, we're playing the same live service games, the same type of games, or I've seen everything before. I've never seen a lot of these things before, so I really loved this game. This is a great Game Pass get, by the way, because a lot of people might not try this because it doesn't really define what it is when you're looking at it. You're kind of confused, even like what it is. So getting to try the demo, I think, is very important. But it does come to Game Pass. I'll probably still buy it on Steam because I would rather own a game like this, and I just really liked it. So
and I was going to say too, going back to the mystery part, in the beginning of the game, they did something that I thought was really interesting because I played on Steam Deck, so they showed me the controller and the mapping.
It's good on Steam Deck, by the way, which is crazy.
It ran fantastic on my Steam Deck.
Right,
60 frames, pretty consistent, and I played on a television set at 1080p. But But when the game starts, they show you the controller and the buttons, right? Like where everything's mapped. And some of the buttons had question marks. Like they weren't going to tell you yet what they did.
Yeah.
I know, but I never seen that before, Michelle.
Right. I use mouse and keyboard. But yeah, I can imagine controller feels good too.
Controller is fantastic.
Yeah.
I tried it on the PC before the show tonight. I did not like it nearly as much.
You got to get the ultra wide mod, and you'll love it 100 times more.
Yeah, I
mean, it's a game changer. So,
but it's a really good controller game.
Yeah, but I really like it. Like the combat is kind of fun once you get it down. Like it's a combo thing, so it's like for the mouse, it's left, 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 right. So you can go left, left, right, left, 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 right,
X,
or left,
X,
right.
Y, 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 Y.
Yeah, so
X,
you're
X,
doing
Y.
basic combos. Like the actual action combat is not to the level of like Devil May Cry or anything like that. But it's because
2 buttons.
Yeah, but you're doing all this stuff at once. So you're never just fighting. You're also going in and healing your villagers, or maybe you're healing yourself, or you're looking at the challenges you need to do. Kill 15 guys in this time period, or break all the pots, or don't use any heals, or you know what? I need to get ready for the next wave because I got to set up. So you'll have like another villager who sets up things for you. So like your archers will do double damage if they're up high. So you have like things that you can build. So there's a guy who runs around and builds. Then you're trying to knock down something there, and you have to clear all this stuff before you can progress. And you're kind of micromanaging the people, yourself, the healing, where you're putting people all at the same time. So I really do think people should try this demo and at least try it on Game Pass if you have it. Like I said, I'll probably buy it on Steam. It's called Kinutsugami Path of the Goddess from Capcom.
And it's coming out on Game Pass, I think the 18th or the 19th.
Yeah, 18th or 19th. I've seen both dates, so I'm not sure.
I have too. That's why I said both.
So check it out. Check out the demo now. And I think it's cool. I mean, Capcom is having like, people are saying a second renaissance right now. There's like another new game coming that's like new. They're doing things that are different. Like it almost feels like an old school indie game or something. I don't know. Like it's refreshing. We're seeing so many of the games like right now that just feel the same, and it was fun to play something that wasn't the same.
Yeah, I mean, this is not copy pasta. Even when you hear, don't just forget tower defense, because it doesn't look or feel anything like that. Like,
right. There's a lot of beauty to this game. I just love, it's just now, beautiful.
What do you think about Xbox getting this? A big, I mean, I guess a medium size.
Just Game Pass, because.
Well, whatever, Xbox. Mm-hmm. I mean, getting a kind of medium.
I think Xbox
Capcom.
Getting a lot of these Capcom games, because they have 2 Monster Hunter games, by the way. They have Rise and is it just one? I forget.
I don't know.
Did they add World? I don't know. But Xbox also has like some other Capcom games. And so if Xbox rounds out their library with games other
Japanese
than
stuff.
Yeah, like that makes it very well rounded. For me, like I said, this is a game I truly want to own. So I think I'm just going to buy it anyway. But I think for most people, just checking out something new, they're going to really enjoy this on Game Pass. I think it's going to be a little divisive, though. I think some people are going to be maybe turned off by being confused at first. But just stick with it and recognize the beauty of the game. I think it's really, really cool. All right, moving on from the game. And remember, if you have Ultravide, go get RE Framework, and the Dragon's Dogma 2 one works. So moving on to the Philippines, and a demo for a game called Until Then, with overwhelmingly positive reviews, John. People saying that the game changed their life.
Oh my God.
I'm 30 hours in. I just finished the playthrough. I can't describe how much this game made me cry and broke me into pieces. Okay. Now, this is not a game I would typically play, but it does take place in the Philippines. It's Filipino developers as well. It is a narrative adventure. Okay. But the art style kind of interested me. It was like old school adventure, but they're walking sideways. It was weird. Like, if you could look at the video, like for the art.
Okay. I'm sorry. I missed the game when I was queuing up the song.
It's called Until Then. I played the Until Then demo because my theme is Demo World Tour.
Yes.
That's right. And yeah, so you're this kind of guy, and, he's a little awkward, and he's getting ready for school. And, he's getting messages on his cell phone. He's going to the subway. But I don't want to spoil anything with the story. But like I said, this is not typically my type of game. But I wanted to play it.
I was about to say, you played this?
I played this, yes, because it's a topic. It's a topic because this game has overwhelmingly positive reviews and is actually very popular and very loved for people who do love these types of games. And not everybody shares my same tastes. So I think it's important when doing Demo World Tour to highlight a game like this, because I was interested, John, in the art style, in the gameplay itself, but it ended up being where it's just a lot of dialogue, right? Which for me, the story though was interesting. But if you like these types of games, try the Until Then demo. You're doing kind of, John, you don't have to keep playing the song. It's for like the first 5 seconds.
But the thing is, you saying something about it actually makes it worse. You should just let it go.
But I don't want you to do it, right? I gave you the things and told you what to do.
It's so subtle.
Right,
but
I don't want to hear it. So I don't.
Right.
Who am I making it worse for?
All right, so you're in the Philippines.
Turn it the fuck off.
It is off.
No,
okay.
It was just playing again. I don't want to hear ticka-taka-ticka while I'm talking. I want it for my intro. There he goes again. Yes, there's a subway in the Philippines.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
There's like an underground
All right, so
subway.
You're some teenage kid or something looking at these
Yes, and
images.
this game is changing people's lives. There's mini games in it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's... What do you mean, oh my God?
Okay, so what is the game and how is it changing people? Is it the story? Is it so
The
compelling?
story is changing people's lives. I don't want to spoil the story because I kind of think I know what happens, but it
What's
involves
the
a girl.
gist?
It involves a girl. And
It always does.
It's a guy and a girl, and some shit goes down. And look, the storytelling in this game is really great. What they do is they set up a scene and they tell a story through that scene with a lot of little hints and art and just express. Like, it is a thing of beauty, like what they did with this for this type of game. But it's not my thing. But I think it's worth looking at if it is your thing. So check out Until Then, the demo. I mean, that's what the game is, John. It's a narrative adventure. It's basically like a visual novel, but not really, because you are walking around town. They send you, go get to school. You go to school. You get on the subway. You get out. You're going through the hallway. You're talking to people. You're getting texts from your friends. You're living the life as this guy. Like, they did a good job of making you feel like you're living the life of this person. Now, do I understand why people are saying it broke them and made them cry and it changed their life? No, I don't think a game has ever changed my life, and I sure hope it doesn't.
Do you think it's just hyperbole, internet hyperbole?
Well, I mean, like I said, overwhelmingly positive reviews. People have nothing but great things to say. And I mean, that's fine. If you know you like these types of games and you know that going in, it delivers with what it's supposed to do. So people do love it.
Awesome.
People are asking, does Matt know about the game? I don't know. I don't think Matt likes visual novels for whatever reason. I don't think that's his thing.
No, walking simulators and voyeurism.
Yeah, voyeurism. I think a lot of voyeurism. All right, moving on with my demo world tour to sunny Italy. I'm waiting for you to play.
Okay.
Okay, moving on to sunny Italy, to Rome with the game We Who Are About to Die, the demo. Now, this is an older game, but I've always been sort of interested in it, and I saw some stuff about it because a huge update just came out for the actual main game. Now, the demo... Okay, now I'll wait till you're done.
This is...
Yeah,
okay.
can you
All right,
stop?
go ahead.
Do you see my note next to it that says just play the intro, stop at 15 seconds? And you're
Hang
still
on.
playing it now.
I'm professionally fading this out.
But
Okay,
you're
but
ruining
go on.
my whole segment and things I prepared.
Because you're calling... Because I'm
because
playing
I
the song
asked
I'm
you to
supposed
play
to
something, then I'm supposed to talk about the game.
Okay, all right, continue. All right, so you're some Roman dudes or something. What's going on here?
I don't know. I'm sorry that I even prepared anything. So yeah, it's a gladiator roguelike. It's made by one guy. The game is really fucking unique. And I recommend this demo because you're going to get enough in the demo to know if you want to buy the game. So your guy will die. And then some of your stuff can get rolled over into your new gladiator. I mean, it's a gladiator arena RPG. Like, you are trying to manipulate people into your favor. You are rolling for weapons. You are leveling up. There's a backstory, whatever. But the gameplay is unique because it's physics-based weapon gameplay. Okay. So what that means is depending on your weapon will change how it swings. And you literally drag the mouse in certain directions to try to swipe under somebody's shield. If you notice the shield has like a little roundedness to it, you can swipe under it on that side. And depending on your weapon, it's going to impact the physics of it, the speed, all of that, the angle you want to attack. And so it's really cool. And each time you're fighting, like, another game once again, where it's like, this feels super unique. I don't think I've played a fighting game like this. And you feel like a fucking gladiator. And it has this flow of, I'm doing the matches. Now I'm back managing my gladiator. Now I'm back in a match, and you're going to all these different arenas. Would it be good in VR? Yeah, I actually think it would be good in VR. I don't know.
So
if
this is kind of cool. So this is like that scene with
Russell Crowe.
Joaquin Phoenix is the king watching, and thumbs up, thumbs down. Is that what's going on here?
Yeah, they're there. I mean, but you are the gladiator, and your gladiator can die. And you will lose gladiators, and sometimes you can roll stuff over that they've had, but it's a roguelike, so you keep coming back, and then there's a little bit of meta progression in the background. So I really think this is another great, unique game, and the demo is, like I said, I played the demo already for hours, and I think it's really cool. But You know, it's good timing as well because the Gladiator 2 trailer came out. Now, if you guys have been listening, you know Gladiator is one of my favorite movies and I love it. And I didn't want a Gladiator 2, but I had heard they were making one and, you know, Ridley Scott was involved and I thought maybe it would be okay. Well, there was a trailer that was posted in our Discord today, especially the Twitter trailer, and I cannot even believe what I saw. So it starts off with Denzel Washington, who's a great actor, but he starts off the trailer with his typical New York cop accent going, ha ha ha, my man, basically. He's doing his Training Day accent, okay?
Yeah.
And, you know, so it's just like the vibe to use that word just feels off. You know, and then there's Pablo, whatever, that guy from The Mandalorian's in it. He needs to go away. I'm seeing him too much. You know, some of the actors look good, but the scenes, it looks really cheesy and CGI. And there's a rap song. There's Jay-Z playing in the background.
Oh, God.
While you're watching Ancient Rome.
That's like the song at the end during the credits in a summer blockbuster,
but
right?
It shouldn't be there, though, because Hans Zimmer did the soundtrack for the first... Hans Zimmer did the soundtrack for the first Gladiator, and that is the tone. We want Ancient Rome, not the Bronx, okay? What the fuck is wrong with people?
Okay, so who's in it from the first? Actually, I was
man,
not.
Denzel. He's in Ancient Rome. Yo, and then they're playing rap music. I don't know. He's dead. It's supposed to be the son of. Is it Joaquin Phoenix's son? Yeah.
Okay.
No, Joaquin's not in it. He's not in it, no. But yeah, we don't want Jay-Z rapping on Ancient Rome. Like the feel of this is so stupid and it's just the dumbing down of society. Nothing is presented anymore in like a way. It really annoyed me.
If Ridley's behind it though.
He's crazy. What the fuck has he done in a while? The guy went nuts. You don't go from Gladiator 1 and Hans Zimmer and the guy touching the Wii in the music and to Denzel doing his Training Day accent. Look, I like Denzel. He does not belong in this fucking movie with that accent, okay? It's not working. And then the rap with Jay-Z over it, like the whatever. Like I'm going to watch it, but it looks like shit. And you're fucking with Gladiator. Don't fuck with Gladiator. So you're going to get a more true Gladiator experience playing this game. I think. I think you're going to get a better experience playing We Who Are About to Die, which was my game. All right. So finally now, John,
yes.
You're asking about this. So onto the cold, frigid lands and smoked fish of Norway, or cod, I believe, specifically. Now, this game is called Jotunslayer Hordes of Hell. I played the early playtest. The demo is coming very soon. I've been following this game for a while because it has a very dark Diablo 4 look to it almost, but a Viking, dark fantasy Viking feel to it. It is a survivor style game. And there's tons of mobs on the screen. And there are 4 classes, all based around Viking lore: Berserker, Seeress, Scoundrel, basically warrior, mage, rogue, hunter so far. For meta progression, there's the temple with your ability shop, and there's the blacksmith with your weapon shop. So you can also level up your weapons, which is pretty cool. But all the abilities are based on like Freya and Thor. And this game has the best lightning sounds I have ever heard in any game. That's all I need. I'm playing as this guy and I'm leveling up the Thor abilities and I don't have like the mage on, and it's just the best lightning crackle I've ever heard. You're throwing Thor's hammer. And the cool thing about this game, which I've said in some of them that I don't like, is there's a lot of stuff to be active with. So there's a dash, there is aiming. There's 3 different ways you can do the auto attack. So it's either auto attack always, it's auto attack off, or it's smart auto attack, which I kind of like because then you can use your own attacks sort of mixed in, or it'll only hit when somebody's near you. And so there's all this stuff to do. You're not just walking in a direction. You are dashing, you are attacking, you're using ultimate abilities. So you have a Q and E you're also using at the same time. So you're using different abilities. So it's like Diablo-ish visually. Diablo-like. Diablo.
But a survivor, like Vampire Survivor formula.
So they went for the Diablo 4 aesthetic, whereas Halls of Torment was Diablo 2 aesthetic. And the thing with this game is it is all based around like, I don't know. So there's different abilities and different cool things you can do, but they pop up on the map not all at once. So the first goal will be like, okay, take down the 3 statues. So you go to the 3 statues, you stand on them, and you have to do a couple of things. And then it's like, okay, move and do this. So you're moving around the map constantly, trying to do these little objectives. Then finally, the final one is kill these like 3 badass bosses. And this game is difficult at first. I died a few times. Like I could not just complete the map. I had to go into the meta progression, level a little bit, and then.
But isn't that the point though, to die in these games?
Yes, it's a lot of. So yeah, like I said, I'm in the playtest. Some people are saying it's too hard, but I think like, yes, you're supposed to die first. You can't just go clear the first map the first time because there's meta progression and you have to get gold and spend and level up. So no, some of them are pretty easy though. I played some of them were like super easy and it just doesn't feel good. I like that this felt difficult. I think it's as intended, like you said. So take a look you can like wish list this game. You can request to do the playtest. The demo is supposed to be coming shortly. It's called Jotun Slayer Hordes of Hell. Love the aesthetic. Like the graphics and the music are great, but the sound effects in this game are enough to make me like that. They're so important. People, I think, shun off sound effects. Like it's
not
super
at all.
important.
I mean, well, we still talk about the tree chopping in New World. I mean, just that fucking sound effect, you know.
Yeah. So this alone, like I will play this just for the lightning crackles.
I want this game for Steam Deck. I need this game for Steam Deck.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. It's like a bite-sized, and they're calling them like dungeons or raids rather. So but I think like so they're asking for feedback. I think like if they end up listing this, basically if you're going to run with this ARPG aesthetic and feel to this game, because I think they're kind of leaning into that. I think they need to branch out the talent trees more and I think they're going to. But yeah, I want like class builds and character builds that I could save, like loadouts and like a branching talent tree. So it's not just like, because you're selecting the roguelike abilities every time you level, but then there's also the meta progression. I just think they got to present that and wrap it up in a different UI.
Is there a lot of luck every level, like as far as what you're going to get for abilities?
But you can re-roll. You can choose to re-roll or completely wipe it out. So you'll get blessings from the various gods and goddesses. So like I said, I kept going with Thor because the lightning was just so fucking badass. And I'm like, oh, I really want to play the mage, but she's not in the playtest yet. So this is one to watch, John, as Jedi is saying. It is one to watch. The demo will be coming shortly. You can sign up for the playtest right now, but a lot of the times that goes to people in their Discord first, because I think we kind of heard about this stuff first. But yeah, it's really cool. And you know, every Survivors game kind of brings something new to the table. And I'm kind of curious what this one, like what this really is. I feel like this one is really walking that line between ARPG gameplay. Like it kind of almost feels and looks like it. The combat, I think, like I said, feels good, but it feels a little floaty. I want to feel more weight to the combat somehow. And that's a weird thing. How do you make combat feel weighty? Is it like lining up the animations? You know what I mean? Because like Diablo 4, as shitty as the game was, the combat felt weighty. And in this, you felt
like you were connecting. Yeah.
Yes, you don't feel like you're truly connecting. It feels a little floaty. So they're going to give that another pass. Like I said, it's just a play test. But this one's really, really, like I said, walking that line where it's like a bite-sized Diablo match. And by the way, in the next Diablo 4 like season, they're doing a survivors mode. I think.
Yeah, I know.
I've heard.
I heard that.
It's still not enough to make me go back.
We talked about
I'll be
that.
playing Pee-wee. But yeah, so I don't know. This is going to be maybe something for Diablo 4 fans who want like a little survivor style game. That's going to be the crossover for this. So it was really cool. But John, I really did love this theme. Like I ended up having a really, 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 really good gaming week. Like I really do.
It sounds like it. And you played the fuck out. I mean, these demos, it sounds like a lot of them not short at all.
I played 4 hours of We Who Are About to Die. And I played 10 hours or something of Path of the Goddess.
Which is crazy. It's a demo.
Yeah, but it doesn't carry over. That's okay. I was like determined to unlock everything because basically if you unlock everything in Path of the Goddess, it gives you more points to level up your guys. So I had to keep redoing levels because I was like, oh, I missed that. And that's the fun. There's going to be a lot of replayability in it. So here's another game, came out of nowhere for me. I knew it was coming. I wasn't expecting anything. And I'm like, oh, this could be fucking sleeper game of the year. So it was a great gaming week. I love that. I love when games come out of the blue and you just have a great time. So I am just drinking some water and looking forward to hearing what your theme was, John.
Well, my theme, Michelle.
Yes. We're all going to be shocked.
Because it's Deckmo Sunday. It's Deckmo Sunday. It's Deckmo Sunday.
It sounds...
That's right, Michelle.
All right, this is fun.
It's Deckmo.
Yeah. Deckmo theme. So you play all your games on either the Switch or the Steam Deck, huh?
No, actually. So the first game I want to talk about is Call of Duty.
Oh my God. You're not allowed to. Call of Duty is not deck mode. Nope. No.
Okay. All right. So I played Kunitsu Gami Path of the Goddess. I will say this and I'll say it again. Terrific Steam Deck game. I couldn't believe how well it performed. I played a 1080p on a 1080p TV on my deck outside. I was loving it. I played with a controller. I am a little bummed though that it's on Game Pass.
You gotta get you have Windows on your Steam Deck though.
I know. I gotta find that SD card. But
was that really that hard?
What?
To just find the SD card and load into Windows to get your Game Pass games?
Because it's a micro SD card and I lost it. It just vaporized into this house somewhere.
Amazon.com.
I took it out. I know, but I really am not in the mood to redo the whole Windows thing on there because it is a bit laborious. Not hard.
Does it work with the Amazon Fire Stick? Can you use the Xbox stick, John?
I'm not going to do that.
Plug it into your TV.
We'll save that for the news.
I don't have a Fire Stick, and I wouldn't use it that way. But you could if you wanted your Game Pass games.
Well, I have 2 Fire Sticks in this house, but they're rather old.
Can you try it for next week?
They're ancient, though. I don't have new ones.
Oh, okay. All right, so you played that. What else did you do?
Yeah.
This is great.
Right.
Okay, so is this what you do on deck mode? Do you dance with
Doesn't that song sound like Axel F? I did watch the new Beverly Hills Cop movie.
I did too. Look, they were great movies,
we all know it wasn't amazing, but I don't give a fuck. I had fun. That's all that matters. Yep. And Judge Reinhold's face looks like plastic. That's all I can say.
Well, yeah.
And Eddie looks
Eddie Murphy
great.
Is still great. So if you like Eddie
looks
Murphy,
fantastic.
You're gonna. Who cares what they look like? It was a movie, and like
I know, but Judge Reinhold was a little jarring. I like that guy.
Judge Reinhold's like 60 years old or 65.
I know, but
what do you want them to look like?
But his partner is older than him, isn't he? That guy looked natural.
Here's what
and
I thought
good.
was they missed an opportunity calling it Axel F. It should have been Axel AF. Or just, Beverly Hills AF for Axel Foley AF instead of Beverly Hills Axel F. They missed the AF thing, John.
Well, that was the name of the song.
Yeah.
Axel F.
Well, anyway, so what did you play for deck mode? Yeah, the music in it was good. What did you play for deck mode?
Okay, I just want to talk about Call of Duty though because
you can't.
I'm going to, and you can't
it's not
stop
part of your
me.
theme. I can stop you because you would stop me. It's not part of your theme. Your theme is deck mode. You're not
because
talking
there's
about
a
Call of
new
Duty.
game mode that I rather like, and I want people to try it.
It's not deck mode. Don't care. Talk about it on your own time. It's not deck mode. It's not deck. I'm going to be John for an episode. It's not deck mode. Shut the fuck up. Talk about your deck mode theme.
I'd like to discuss this with you though because
I don't care because it's not deck mode.
They added this mode called Get Higher, which I guess they did during 420, April 20th.
John can't even stick with his own theme. When it's BYOT, guys, when it's bring your own theme,
I got a goddamn song.
He can't even stick to his own fucking theme when he picks
It's Deck Mode Sunday. It's Deck Mode
That's
Sunday.
not deck mode.
It's my fucking fun day. Oh, yeah.
I even came with an anthem, okay?
That's great.
I'll play the whole thing at the end of this
mode, not COD.
All right,
you can't even stick with your own theme.
I know, but the thing is, I have to talk about this because...
Well, there's a lot of things I could have talked about, too. I didn't.
I know, but this might go away, though.
You guys want to know about things?
This game mode might go away, and I really enjoyed it. It's called Get Higher. And, Michelle, they did this crazy game mode in Call of Duty, and I guess they did this like a few months ago during the 420 event. Yes, 420 like pot. And that was called Get High. This is now called Get Higher. It's a new map. And basically, Michelle, it's a neon-fueled, cyberpunky-looking map, okay? And the objective is to get to the top of it. And it's an obstacle course, like something out of a game show, which I know you can make fun of because it's Call of Duty. Why are you guys doing this? But it is fun as shit. And basically, it's a race. You have 16 people racing through an obstacle course, trying to get to the top of the map. And you look up in the map, and you cannot believe how fucking tall it is. And you've got 15 minutes to get as high as you want. There's hidden shit all over the level on your way up. There's different like paths and stuff. It's a fucking hoot, Michelle. It's a hoot.
Sounds like
a
fun shooter.
Well, you do have a handgun, and there's like targets hidden along the way that give you little bonus XP, but you can't shoot the other players. But the other players can kind of fuck with you, throw rocks at you, and push you off ledges and stuff.
So they're trying to be like Fortnite, just with little modes.
Or Fall Guys, kind of. It's kind of like a Fall Guys type.
So stupid. You wouldn't give a shit about this if it wasn't in Call of Duty.
Yeah, but it's actually really well executed, and when you play this, you realize
well executed.
Well, it is well executed, and you realize what a great fucking engine this game is. It's seamless. The platforming, the parkour, the precision platforming, it's all there. All right, so the game that I want to talk about that I spent the most time with this week.
It's my fucking fun day. Oh, 'cause it's Deck Mode Sunday. It's Deck Mode Sunday.
It sounds like Wham or something.
It's my fucking fun day. Oh, yeah.
All right. All right, so Luigi's Mansion 2 HD came out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And I was honestly looking forward to this. I don't know why. I was in the mood for it. I've been more into the Switch lately, I think because of deck mode. And if you're a new listener, deck mode basically is a mode that I created where you play video games outside on a deck.
Wow.
And Gabe heard us or me talk about it and named his new handheld Steam Deck.
Yep.
Little,
you know, the BDE, Big Deck Energy, which is a shout out to our BDEs in the Discord. You can support us and be a BDE. And I think Steam had a t-shirt, Big Deck Energy.
Yeah.
John is deck mode, Jedi says. Yeah,
I am fucking deck mode. No one can tell me what deck mode is. I created deck mode. I am deck mode. All right.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so this game, Michelle, sadly, is a re-release of a 3DS game.
How much was it?
Full price.
Okay.
$60 fucking dollars.
Okay.
Which is a lot, I think.
That's a lot for Deck Mode Sunday, John.
It's a lot for a game I already owned.
Okay. Right.
All right, so when this game came out, it was called Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, and it was on the 3DS. It came out around 2013, I believe. Yeah, 2013. And I have to admit, I did not really love it on the 3DS. I actually gave up on it pretty quick. I loved the original Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube. Right. I liked it quite a bit. And actually, I finished that game at the time because I was forced to play it because it was the only launch game worth playing. When the GameCube came out, I was actually mad at the time that there was no fucking Mario game at launch and it was Luigi instead. It actually made me mad, Michelle.
Right. See, I've always kind of liked Luigi more than Mario.
Well, Luigi's kind of a crybaby in this game, to be honest. He's a scaredy cat. He's scared. He's like,
oh yeah, that's right. The ghost. I've never played any of these games.
So this was the second game. It came out on 3DS, and then there was Luigi's Mansion 3, which came out on the Switch in 2019. Yep. I bought that, whatever. I never got into any of these games beyond the first one, really. And the second one, the one of the 3DS, I liked the least, which is what this game is. So this is a remastered, ground up, redone visually of that game from 2013. It looks really fucking good. Honestly, I played it on a television on the deck. And that is part of, I've evolved deck mode if you're new, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, he has a TV now.
I have a TV outside. So I don't have scoliosis anymore from hunching.
Yeah, you used to set it up on 5 Cheez-It boxes, hunched over.
Right. So what's different about this game compared to the other ones? And again, I haven't played this game in a long time, 12 years. What's different about this game compared to the first game and the third game is that it is level based. It's mission based. It's not like a big never ending thing that you go through. You're basically getting these missions. You're going into the haunted mansion, completing the mission, and then going back to your home base, which is this little laboratory this EGAD guy runs. And you have basic tools. You have a vacuum cleaner, which is your ghost sucker. You have a flashlight you use to stun the ghosts and then suck them up. And then you have this kind of dark light flashlight that reveals hidden stuff in the room, So
right.
The mansion is like an amusement park. There's hidden stuff, gags, elevators, doors. It's just hidden shit fucking everywhere. And most of the objectives and the missions is basically go in, get rid of all the ghosts in this area, find out why, my little meter is showing activity in this room. And then you go there and these ghosts jump out of a cupboard and you have to, stun them, suck them up. And then you're also finding all the hidden shit everywhere. And they do such a good job with the hidden stuff and the puzzles. I really, really enjoyed playing this game so much. I
thought this was a kid's game.
Why?
It's a
Nintendo
Mario
game. Yeah, Mario, whatever.
Okay, I didn't know.
It's a family game. How about family? Let's use that word. It's a family game.
Okay, it's a family game. Okay, so a kid could play this, an adult could play this. It's not hard.
Yeah, there was a couple puzzles that were little head scratchers. There was a boss that was kind of took me a couple times to do.
Terms tonight. It's a hoot. It's a head scratcher. It's a wholesome family game.
This game is fire, honestly.
Oh, please
tell
stop.
You the truth.
Please stop. So what's changed since the original? Just
I have no
HD
idea.
or okay.
It looks better. It's everything
In
is a
520p?
it's a
Looking
modern
good?
game engine. I don't know what the native output is, but it looked good on 1080p TV. They did the multiplayer is intact in this,
Okay.
and the multiplayer is not bad. I played like one game. What? What?
I don't know. I don't. It's like I find it funny because you're like,
Yeah.
I didn't really like this game, but I wanted to buy it. It's $60. Did you
Mm-hmm.
end up using the Nintendo Switch game vouchers where it's like 2 for $3 or whatever?
No.
Is that why you did it? Okay.
I fully intended to do that.
Okay.
And Nintendo has like this game voucher deal where I think it's $100 and you get 3 full price games digitally for that $100, and you don't have to get all the games at
So
once.
they
You can
want
bank.
people to buy digital.
I know
Because
Well,
they
that-
know that
Yes.
used sales are fucking them. That's why I think the Switch 2 is going to have an all digital version.
Right. And listen, I was going because I started playing this on the 4th of July.
Right.
And I got up on the 4th and I'm like, all right, I'm going to buy this game right now. I'm going to go do the voucher. And then something inside me said, no, go to the fucking GameStop. It's not that far away.
But that's a
So
good
I
deal.
did.
Even if you trade that in, the 3 for $100 is still a better deal.
Trade what in? The digital games?
No. Even if you bought this for 60, then you trade it in.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'll
that
get 30
3 for
back.
$100 game is a good deal.
Yeah, because if I buy it for 60, I trade it in, I get what, 30, 25? Right. So I'm losing
Doing that 3
35
times,
per.
you got to go to the store.
Yeah, you're right. The digital is a better deal, and you get to keep the game forever, and it's
Yeah.
probably the same net gain.
Exactly. And you always own it. Even though Nintendo will make you buy it again with Switch 2, don't worry about it.
Well, that's to be seen. I think the Switch 2 ecosystem is going to be the same as this one.
All right, we'll see. They'll do
I
an
think that all the
HDD.
purchases are going to go forward.
Right. But that's a good tip. If you don't know that, the 3 for $100. I know CC Games will hate us to say this because he wants you to go buy it at a store and trade it in, but 3 for $100 digital.
Let me make sure it's exactly
$100.
$100. Yeah, it's $99.98.
Wow, 98.
Like that-
Look at that.
$99.98, and you get
Wow.
3 digital games, and
Yep.
you can pick $70 Tears of the Kingdom. You can
Ooh.
pick $60 Super Mario RPG,
That's right. Don't get fucked with like a $10 game. You know, it's like when you buy 2, get 3 free.
or most importantly, you can get future games.
That's cool. Yeah,
you
that's
don't have
really
to
good.
read-
It's just interesting because Nintendo, I think, is pushing digital now, and this is proof. They know that they're
now that
losing money.
now that we've talked about it, though, you made me realize I should have just bought it digitally because it was
Yeah.
a way better deal. Because
Physical's dead,
I basically lost $30 buying this game.
and
Essentially,
you have
half.
to give it away. So you rented it for 30 instead of owning 3 for $100.
Yeah. Fuck.
Fuck, it's deck mode Sunday.
Physical's
Just say-
dead.
Physical's dead. Physical's fucking dead. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, Kevin,
Yep.
close shop, dude.
Close shop.
How do you?
You can't compete with deck mode. With that dusty box lying around your house. And no, I'm not talking about your wife. I'm talking about the games. Get rid of them. Digital's the best. I'm all digital. I'm never buying another physical copy of anything again in my life. You hear me?
I know. I'm so conditioned to buy physical Nintendo games, though. I can't stop.
Why?
I don't know.
Who wants that little cartridge? And something could go wrong with it. A little
But
prong
here's
could
the
get
thing.
bent and you can't
Okay.
use it?
I talked about this on the John Show today.
Okay.
I've been buying physical Nintendo games since day one, the NES, and I still have a lot of them still, right?
Right.
The value of a lot of these games have gone sky high.
Yeah, that's not going to be the same for the Switch.
Well, that's not true though, because if you look
It is
into
'cause
this,
they're
like right,
available digitally.
the
You can
360 games are like worth a shit ton right now. Like there is like this thing where it becomes retro. So when the Switch becomes retro,
If you want to make money, there's better ways
Yeah.
to do it than holding on to your shitty
I
old
know.
Nintendo things. Let's just
I know,
talk.
but they do
Let's put a little
appreciate
money in the
if you wait it out, they appreciate. If you sell it
come
too
on.
soon,
This
you
sounds
lose
like
your
a
ass.
bad excuse. Go physical because they could be worth something someday. No,
Well,
3 for
I mean-
$100. That's the best Nintendo deal I've heard, John.
It is digital, and that
Yep.
store might not be around. So
Yeah, it's
all right,
true.
going back to the multiplayer, though, the multiplayer is intact from the 3DS, which is nice because they closed the 3DS servers and stuff. So you can't, even if you had a 3DS still and the cartridge,
Right.
you couldn't even play the online. So the online portions here, it's like this haunted tower that you're going through. It's called Scare Scraper, Michelle. And And so the missions I played, it was cooperative, where I was with other people and we were all trying to basically clear the levels and by finding the ghosts in the hidden secrets and getting to the top 25th floor. And then there's other modes that are a little more competitive and stuff. It actually works pretty well and plays pretty decent. So that's kind of like endless content if they actually update it, which I'm sure they won't.
Well, every time you rebuy a Nintendo game, you're always pleasantly surprised, John. You did it with the Paper Mario remake. You ended up
Paper
loving
Mario.
it. Yeah.
And the thing is, I didn't really love Paper Mario at the time because I thought Super Mario RPG was superior, and I thought Paper Mario was compromised.
But you're finding love for these games the second time around. So this Nintendo juice, it's great for people like you.
Yeah. So yeah, Luigi's Mansion HD. I definitely recommend it. I do wish it was like $40 though. It's $60 is hard to swallow, but I like it though. It's cool. And I'm drinking a.
Wait, you were supposed to talk about something else. Remember?
Nope. Like what?
The Minesweeper game for Netflix. That was a huge topic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did play that. Yeah, okay, we could talk about it. Michelle, it's fucking Minesweeper.
Well, just mention it, because we both noticed, we started seeing like articles being written that Minesweeper is back and it's been reinvented by Netflix. And if you have Netflix, you can play it free. So John's like, I'm doing deck mode. I'll look at it.
Yeah, okay, so you let me, you sent me an article and I'm like, oh, I didn't know they did that. So I opened the Netflix app on my phone, and which I never open. I don't ever watch Netflix on my phone. I don't know who does. I mean, I guess if I took a bus every day, but so I opened the Netflix app and there it is, front and center, Minesweeper, which is so random because that's like a Microsoft. Do you guys remember, like early Windows had Minesweeper and Solitaire and
Machete or whatever the hell that game was. Rossetti.
And when I was really young, like you go to a friend's house or whatever, and they had a PC and they had no games. But he's like, oh, but we could play Solitaire or Minesweeper. Like I remember that being like a thing.
Oh, I was on Brick Breaker. We always had games.
Yeah, I know, but I remember having like friends who like parents bought like an IBM PC and they were using it to do word processing. And my friend would say, "Oh, look at the computer." I'm like, "Oh, what can you do?" He's like, "Well, we got Minesweeper and Solitaire."
Bought more games. I mean, it sounds sad. So it's just Minesweeper with different colors.
It's fucking Minesweeper, which is it's a game with a grid. It's like Battleship. You're trying to discover where the mines are without actually clicking on them. And you basically, there's a number on the grid and it tells you how many mines are adjacent to the number. And, so it's a grid. If there's a 1, it means somewhere adjacent to it in one of the squares is a mine. And you have to basically deduce where all the mines are. Mm-hmm. And they gave it like this slick code of, iOS looking graphics, and you're like on a map going around the world, going to islands and solving these Minecraft dilemmas, Minesweeper dilemmas. So,
okay,
I don't know. It's
this is
really
the big Netflix
random.
Game. It's
completely random though. Why would they do that? Why would they do Minesweeper?
They did it and it got really appealing to that audience. So you had a good deck mode.
I did actually. Yeah. And I'm sure I'll open that Minesweeper game again. Like I tend to like be like somewhere like traveling and I'm just like bored in an airport and I'm like, oh, what games do I have on my phone? And then I'll play that for 5 minutes. Yeah, whatever. It's there on Netflix and you have to have a Netflix subscription to play it. You have to, and then basically you go to the Google Play Store, download it, and then you have to log in with your Netflix credentials. And if you are already in the app, it just works. So. All right, that's it for me. I'm drinking a Coke Zero. All right, Michelle, what's going on with the news out there?
I think the biggest news here is, look, Xbox is putting out ads now that literally say, you don't need an Xbox anymore.
Right, which we've been saying for how long? What is an Xbox?
15 years. I don't know, 10 years. We predicted that there would be Xbox on a thumbstick, and what is an Xbox? So they start off saying every screen is an Xbox. Then we find out Xbox Game Pass is now available on Amazon Fire TV sticks. And then the ads started coming out where they're telling you, what are you doing? What?
The TV I have on my deck is a Fire TV.
Oh my God.
The new TV I got.
Great.
It's a fucking Fire TV.
So you just launched the Xbox Game Pass app in there, and now you can play your Xbox.
I have a fucking Xbox on the deck.
That's right. So now you can play your games.
Oh my God! That's
it's an Xbox.
I can't wait.
It is an Xbox. So
that
try
Fire
this.
TV, by the way, was like $80, $75.
It's as much as a stick.
It's an entire fucking TV.
This is where Xbox is going, right? They want Game Pass
Yeah.
for casual people that don't need an Xbox to just stream on a Fire Stick or Fire TV. And, you know, I hope it doesn't suck, right? Because I don't know what the experience is going to be like, but try it and talk about it next week. But yeah, they're saying in their ads, you don't need an Xbox anymore.
Genius. Listen, Sony is Sony is fucking done, honestly. And if you
Really?
guys are buying
So you're saying
PlayStations,
that gamers are done.
you're
Like nobody
making
wants
a big mistake.
So you don't
okay?
want a
Just
PS5 Pro for GTA. You want Game Pass in your
Yeah.
TV. Is that what people want?
Yeah. I listen. I don't know why you guys are messing around with these PlayStations.
You
Get
really,
on board.
because people want things that look good and run good. You're happy with
Sure.
cloud gaming on a shitty
Yeah,
TV.
take that money
I
and
want that.
invest in good internet. Okay,
No,
listen.
'cause you're
I'm
connected to
never.
their servers.
Listen. Streaming sucks. Okay, I tried trying the Xbox, Game Pass cloud streaming shit on my Surface phone.
Mm-hmm.
I tried it like 8 times. It never fucking worked well. It sucked. Right.
Right.
And I'm sure this is the same. It's gonna suck too. But this is a promise for the future. That's what it is.
Well, yeah. Did we talk about this last week, or this was
Yeah.
other news? Microsoft and Nvidia may soon turn your Xbox into an RTX 4080 powered gaming PC. So apparently,
Exactly. Phil knows.
They're also going to allow NVIDIA streaming on your actual Xbox console. So Microsoft is really opening up everything. They're like, hey, we're going everywhere. Everybody come here. Put us everywhere. We're now in your TV. We're on your Fire Stick. By the way, you can also do other stuff here. So they're in an interesting position, John. But when GTA comes out and there's no Xbox Pro, no one's going to go, yay, it's on the cloud. Are they?
I think there will be an Xbox Pro.
Okay.
And the Nvidia thing is really interesting to me.
Yes.
Can we unpack that? Because I don't know all the
there's an
details
article
of that.
here, and I'll put it in
Yeah.
there. So
Okay.
this is interesting because what I've been saying is if you get Steam games on your Xbox or PC exclusives on your Xbox or whatever it may be, that
Yeah.
starts to make the Xbox look more attractive than a PlayStation for console people because Xbox has a leg up there. They're Microsoft. Come on,
Right.
Microsoft. Give people a console version of Microsoft and let them launch it on an Xbox and let them connect to Steam.
Right. And the Nvidia thing is really interesting to me because first of all, you have the 2 most valuable companies in the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this says here in this article,
And
Microsoft
Sony
has walked
Yeah, go ahead.
back its plan to turn any TV into an Xbox with its own cheap cloud streaming box. The new plan seems to be turning the Xbox into a powerful gaming PC.
Which we've all been saying
Yes.
too.
According to new leaks, Microsoft and Nvidia are now working to bring GeForce Now to Xbox consoles, which would allow users to turn their consoles into an RTX 4080 powered gaming beast or whatever the next one. So Nvidia with that service, GeForce
this
Now,
is a nothing burger. This is streaming.
it's streaming, but so what?
Well, okay.
You just
GeForce
said
Now.
this was great that it's streaming on your Fire Stick, but the fact that you can do GeForce Now and you're connecting to, and it'll be a 5090 next time around.
Yeah, in the
If peop-
cloud. So
Yeah, in the
I've
cloud.
heard countless times from our listeners that GeForce Now is amazing, like
Yes,
way
so
better
have I.
than
And
than
they've been telling us about it for
Microsoft's.
15 years, right?
But I do believe, and I thought that's what this article was about, Michelle. I
Yeah.
do believe that NVIDIA and Microsoft are going to be involved together in that next console, and I really want that to happen badly.
You want it to be like the NVIDIA console for the living room is the next Xbox.
Yes, I really do want that. And I think it would be very smart because Nintendo is already playing nice with NVIDIA with the chips in the Switch. Sony is AMD all day long. Microsoft was AMD and they did not sign up for AMD for the next system, which made them mad because they're kind of courting with NVIDIA and GeForce Now. That service has the Xbox streaming already in it. It makes a lot of sense to me that the next Xbox has NVIDIA under the hood with DLSS and all that shit.
So you really truly believe Sony is in trouble. I mean, John, then I should probably tell you that Netflix has reportedly canceled the Horizon Zero Dawn TV series.
Of
They don't want
course they
anything
did.
to do.
Because
They
no one
said-
has PlayStations.
Yeah, they said that there was an abusive
I'm kidding,
workplace
by
with
the way.
toxic bullying and manipulative retaliatory
What?
behavior. Yeah,
What are you talking
I don't
about?
know. I don't know. It's just that following accusations against Umbrella Academy showrunner Steve Blackman fostered an abusive workplace with toxic, bullying, manipulative behavior.
They're canceling a show because of it?
I guess they don't want to work with him. I don't know. The Horizon Zero
Okay.
Dawn seems like, why is Sony so like latched onto that series with the Lego thing and then the TV series? Like, to me, it never had that star power. Even if you like the game, to me, like the
No.
world, it's weird.
It's not
I know.
like kids aren't dressing up as that girl for Halloween.
Right. Alloy.
That's all you need to know.
So, no, I mean, it's interesting stuff going on with the very different ways and directions that the consoles are going. So Sony is playing nice with Steam, but they aren't playing nice with everybody. And it seems like Xbox is playing nice with everybody. And Nintendo is so there's been some Switch 2 rumors. It says the Switch 2 will supposedly boost higher in dock mode than its predecessor, may run games at a very high resolution, but a lower frame rate than Steam Deck. So rumors going around right now that actually docked is going to feel more like a console with the Switch 2, and maybe wanting to kind of keep the price down, but maybe having different versions of docks. Like, would you ever buy a Pro dock or a regular dock like Nintendo? Because they never really played around with that, Nintendo, right? It was always one dock.
This rumor that you're reading, they're saying that the next Switch is going to be fanless, but when it's docked, the dock is going to have some new cooling solution inside of it.
Right.
I don't know how that works. Is there like a big hole in the back of the Switch and it blows air inside of it? Like,
well, the pressure is on Nintendo now because of all of these handheld PCs. Because somebody is going to ask themselves, why do I buy a Switch when I could buy a handheld PC and play Xbox games, play PlayStation games, play Steam games, play Nintendo games emulated? If you want to support them, you can buy the game and then just emulate it. It comes out first. It plays better. So Nintendo has pressure now to come up with a good Switch. Now, yeah, Nintendo's going to be fine and they're still big and they're huge, but how long can they keep playing this game where they are re-releasing Luigi 2 HD for $60 and guys like you buy it and say you recommend it and say it's great?
It is good. But, CC Games really illustrated the whole thing to me. And Kevin, owns a game store and he has a show on our app. And, these games are 10, 12, 15, 20 years old. And a 12-year-old, 15-year-old, 20-year-old, they never played those games, right? So,
and there's, with being a kind of a kid console in a way, there's always a new crop of kids. And so they're going to keep reselling those games over and over. And then you're going to get the nostalgia guys like you.
Right. And then, but Microsoft takes a completely different approach where they take their old games, like on the original Xbox, and then make them, just up-res them, make them look better on the current console, and they don't charge you a cent.
Yeah.
And Sony does also charge for those backward compatible games.
Right.
Like, it's not a given that an old game will work on the new system.
Yeah, we have to see if the Switch carries over to Switch 2. They said, I think it will, the libraries, but that to me is where it's always uncomfy with the libraries. But I also, like I said, for me, I think I could see them doing a digital version, even if it's the new Lite, it's digital only. I think they really want digital sales. I think Nintendo is losing a lot of money on the used game market. eBay, like if you look up Switch games on eBay, like they're turning over a lot. I've seen like people are saying people with hundreds of thousands, they just keep reselling and trading, and Nintendo doesn't see any of that. So if you do digital with them, they might be more inclined to push digital. I think they used to make money on the carts. They used to want to control that, and they're seeing they have to change with the times. They don't, maybe, I don't know, they're going to say they don't want to do it because it could be stolen or emulated, but that's going to happen anyway. So whatever. The other big news, John, a lot of changes going on with Game Pass, and a lot of people
that's what I want to talk
upset.
about. This is the lies of P.
Okay, what happened?
Well, people are mad because I guess weeks ago they said all games will continue to launch day one on Game Pass.
Yep.
Turns out that's not true. and that's kind of been the promise of Game Pass.
I didn't know that. I heard they were raising prices on console, but not PC.
No. There's now tiers and tiers and tiers. So
tiers of Game Pass.
So the promise of Game Pass since day one has been you pay this fee and you get first party titles day fucking one. It's beautiful, right?
Sure.
And now they came out and said, nope, not anymore. So now they have something called Xbox Game Pass Core, which is $9.99 a month, and you get no day one games. And then there's PC Game Pass, which is separate, $11.99. You do get day one games.
Yeah, I keep hearing that console users are getting fucked and PC users are fine.
Well,
so they have
here's the
console
thing.
users bent over a barrel.
Well, you are grandfathered in, though. Existing subs of Xbox Game Pass on console.
But you can't let your sub lapse, and you got to keep subbing, and you're renting your game.
You pay $1. You pay $1 more. You pay $10.99 a month, and you do get day one games if you're an existing sub. If you're a new Game Pass standard sub, it's $15
confusing.
a month. I know.
Soon, Xbox Game Pass for console will be shuttered for new users only. Users currently on Xbox Game Pass for console will be allowed to maintain their subscription as
Right.
well as day one games. But if not, so they want you better sub now and keep it is what they're saying. Because if not, you will not get those day one games. New users on Xbox Game Pass in the near future will be greeted by a new Xbox Game Pass, quote, standard, more like EA Access, which allows them just a little bit of Xbox's back catalog. So this is bullshit though, because they said we're building this great Xbox catalog. Believe in us, believe in Game Pass, believe in this catalog. And John, you and I have been promoting it, saying, wow, Xbox is finally getting good. They're finally building this fucking huge library. And then it's like, oh yeah, you don't get that with Game Pass anymore. You need this version of Game Pass to get that. What the fuck was the point of selling this lie and building this library if you're going to just bait and switch?
I know. It is pretty shitty. And you're going to have to pay, basically, if you want day one on the console, you have to buy Ultimate for $20.
Yeah. Well, Jedi says PC Game Pass for $11.99 is a steal, and you do get the day ones with PC. So look, I'm a PC gamer. It doesn't sound like we're getting as fucked as the Xbox console users. It sounds like they want you to get an Xbox, John. How did PC Game Pass continues to get day one games? Because PC Game Pass continues to get day one games, no matter when you do it. It's cheaper.
I understand, but PC Game Pass is kind of like siloed off and part of Ultimate, and that's probably why they did it.
Ultimate is separate because you get both. If you do just PC Game Pass alone, you get the day one games.
But PC Game Pass is part of Ultimate. It's just an a la carte piece of it. So
but
they
you
would
can
have
buy
to
it a la
add.
carte. So there's no shitty version of PC Game Pass where I don't get day one.
They would have to add even another tier.
They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Console users get fucked here. There's no way around it. PC gamers make out fine, and console users get fucked. And I think that's a weird precedent to set. Why? Because we have more options and we're more demanding, right?
Yes, they want the PC to grow. They want that market to grow because a couple of reasons. Windows. They're not Windows,
number one.
Okay?
Their Steam is number one. Within their own console ecosystem, they're number one. They control. This is why I hate console gaming in general. You're locked into one ecosystem, and you guys are going to pay the price now. So this is encouraging you to go build a PC because not only do you not have to pay for online gaming, now your Game Pass is day one and cheaper than if you were doing it on a console.
And again, I want to remind you, Michelle, if you build a PC, guess who gets all your data and the licensing for Windows? The company that owns Xbox and Game Pass.
They don't care. Right. Unless you're over there with a Linux machine.
They don't lose at all. Okay.
Right. Yep.
You have to build a PC or buy a PC at Best Buy. Well, we're getting a kickback from the license somewhere at some point. And then we also have all your data when you use the Xbox app.
Console. They're killing it.
Yeah.
It's become in the cloud. It's become on your Fire Stick. They want you to get PCs. The Xbox console is dead, John.
I don't think it's going to die. I really don't.
It's becoming a handheld. It's becoming a stick.
Well, that's a whole other point. Is there going to be a handheld, and is it the only system, or is it a secondary?
If it's a handheld with Windows on it, I think that's fucking badass. I think if it's an Xbox handheld with Windows, letting you connect to Steam and the Xbox console, a Windows version, then that's great. But we'll have to see when that happens.
I really can't see that happening. I do believe that whatever console they make is going to be very consoleized.
Now, John, this isn't looking good. Tom Warren said Microsoft's whole play it day one on Game Pass message is getting messy.
Yeah.
People are really mad at Phil.
I know.
All they do is lie.
It's
literally a Phil whisper. Decipher the lies of P, the Xbox BS. They straight up lied just weeks ago when they said all games will continue to launch day one on Game Pass. I mean, it's technically Game Pass still. Is it really a lie?
Yeah, right. It's technically true. All games do launch on Game Pass. It just depends if you have the right tier.
It's still not day one because you have to do the extra pack if you want to do early access. Remember, that's another little tricky trick because if somebody on PC or PlayStation does the early access, they're playing before you are and you have Game Pass. You don't really get in day one on a lot of games.
Well, they do tricks now with the wording, like Call of Duty. The next Call of Duty is on Game Pass, but if you want early access, i.e. the beta, then you have to buy it.
Yeah. So it's like, I know you paid for Game Pass and we said it was getting good. Now it's getting too good. They got Doom, they got Fable, they got all these games. It's like, those can't come day one. Nope. We bought too many studios. We're making too many games. Can't come day one anymore unless you pay more. If you're on console. But if you're on PC, you're fine. That's the good thing about it. It's like
yeah.
I don't know, John.
So how does this affect you at all? I know that Microsoft
Microsoft gave us Game Pass, and I kind of believe in Game Pass. Like, I believe their library is getting to the point where it's worth looking at. Okay. Now, I still know a lot of PC people that the Game Pass app is not very popular with PC gamers. We talk about it here a lot in the show. We do it, but people don't want to use it. The Game Pass app sucks. So
I think that's changing though, because there is a new update or new app
but you're never going to get
horizon.
people off Steam. So they know that, so that's why they keep it cheap.
Michelle, it's built into Windows. So
Right. It's built into Windows, but nobody wants to load it and play it and subscribe to it. 95% of PC gamers don't want to use the app. All right. They would rather buy their games. I mean, we have City Clicker, huge Xbox guy, right? I think he likes it, but he will not do Game Pass. He will go buy the game on Steam. People want to own their stuff. I don't know, John. I feel like as PC, we're fine, but it doesn't really affect me. Even if I was going to buy Game Pass, like, it seems like I didn't have to pay more because I'm on PC. The console user is who I think would be upset, because they now had a promise to them that day one Game Pass, if I paid this, whatever, and it's there's another tier,
they still
you don't
get it as an existing customer.
But they got to keep paying. They got to keep subscribing. They got to keep it going. They got to be grandfathered in on a date. It's a lot of people don't want to pay every month if they're not playing or they're not, I don't know.
No, I know. I mean, listen, I do that with like Hulu and whatever. It's like, I'm like, I haven't opened Hulu in 2 months. So I'm just going to cancel it for 6 months, or whatever.
Right.
And then I think about it like 6 months down the road. I'm sure a lot of people handle Game Pass that same exact way. And and so you're paying $11.99 now. If you cancel that, if you want to come back in and get the same benefit of day one, now you're at $20.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of hard to defend for me personally. But it doesn't impact me because I'm on PC, and I'm on PC by choice because of shit like this.
Well, this is new shit, though, because
it's not,
when we started,
because PC is not a closed ecosystem. You have many options, and it's more competitive.
No, but when we started doing this
why.
podcast, the concept of subscription or streaming, it was foreign. It wasn't a thing, right? So this
EA
is
Play
the future.
Like EA Play Premium is like $17 a month, but I think people do that like once in a while. They'll do it once in a while to play like 2 games
when a
for the
game
month,
comes
right?
out. That's
Game
that's
Pass
how we
is
handle
more
Uplay.
like a sub every month, like a Netflix thing. That's how Game Pass is supposed to be. It's supposed to be, there's always something good on Game Pass, and I always had that promise of day one Game Pass, and they built this wonderful library, and I'm really invested in Xbox,
and I've been playing this game for 8 months on Game Pass, and I love it, and I'm like, it's always there. It's always waiting.
I kind of think anybody who's denying there hasn't been a bit of a bait and switch, because I kind of feel like, look, we're promoting it. We're talking about it. We actually really kind of believe in Game Pass. Like I said, we've been saying the library is getting great. Even I was lukewarm about the last Xbox event. I said, I think this is great for Xbox users. I think this is a really good library they're building. And the fact that you get them day one is great. And now it's like, yeah, if you're on the console, you really don't get them day one unless you pay more. That's a little bait and switchy. That's all. So defending it, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think we should. I don't feel comfortable defending it. I think it's kind of shitty.
I don't think we're defending it at all. I think it's still a good deal if you do PC and console for $20 a month.
I don't think most people do PC and console. We're talking very, very niche, right? I mean, we're talking the average person on Game Pass probably just has an Xbox, and they're pretty happy about Game Pass. They're pretty happy they get day one games. They're pretty excited every time they hear about, all the games coming their day one. Like, ha ha ha, I get to play Doom, I get to play Fable, I get to play all these games. And now it's like, well, yeah, not if I let my sub lapse, Oh, that's true. Zabum.
What's that?
Musa. It's the Call of Duty tax. That's what people were calling it. The fact that Call of Duty is coming day one. Yep. It got too good.
Oh.
It got too good.
Because they know they're going to lose millions of dollars because it's on Game Pass, so they're trying to get those millions back. So
right,
that could be. But okay, let me play devil's advocate here. Okay, so we know about Call of Duty, we know about all kinds of stuff, but what if like they go hog wild, like every Tony Hawk game, every Activision game, every Blizzard game, like they load the fuck out of Game Pass, PC and console? Would you feel differently? Like think of every single Activision game that's not part of this right now, that's suddenly there. That's a lot of stuff.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No. I think they promised day one Game Pass for that pricing point.
Well, they are kind of still giving it to you. They're just changing the price. So,
They created a new tier though.
And I don't know what what does the basic cheap version of this get you compared to the premium one?
Says I'm not defending it, but it's business and I've seen it coming a mile away. Yeah, I mean, it got too good. You started getting excited for all the things they're adding, like I said, then Call of Duty. And it's like, oh yeah, by the way, nope.
All right, so Game Pass Core is the cheap one now. It's $10 a month, and it's online console multiplayer and a curated catalog of high-quality games.
Basically, you're still paying to play online on a console. So that's what you're paying for there, right? It's the new Xbox Live is wrapped into that, or it has been for a while.
You could say Nintendo does that too.
No.
Switch Online. Yeah, they do.
Do you need it to play Splatoon online, Switch Online?
That's a question I don't know the answer to.
Okay. See, the whole idea of paying to play online is so asinine to me. It's just a reason alone I would never be a console user. It's asinine. So that's how Xbox is.
You do need, beginning September 19th, 2018, a Nintendo Switch Online membership is required to participate in co-op and competitive online features for many first and third party
To use your own
games.
internet, you must, even if it's not hosted by their servers, they still do it. That's the thing.
Well, they are hosted on their servers.
Some games aren't. Like an example was like one of the Diablos or something, or some game like that. It was hosted on Blizzard servers at the time, and they were still charging
first party Nintendo for sure is on their own server.
Yeah, but I mean that's don't sell me half of a game then that I can't play the multiplayer of unless I pay you another fee.
I agree with you because the early days of online gaming, which I was there, like everyone was hosting their own games though. That was the difference back then. But then even the future, like Battlefield.
They're doing it because they can get away with it because it is your only option. It is an Xbox. You have to do everything Xbox says. It is a PlayStation. You have to do everything PlayStation says unless you jailbreak it. See, that's the problem with an Apple phone compared to an Android phone. So you have to follow every single rule. Right. You have to do it in their one marketplace. And if you don't, that's the way it goes. So, will the average Xbox person notice this? They probably will there'll be a lot of new signups. They'll pay the higher price. They'll pay the top tier. It is pissing off a lot of the core fan base, though. But I think it's a little bit like the average user, John.
Right.
But it's becoming less and less compelling to own an Xbox, especially when the company themselves in commercials is saying, you don't need an Xbox anymore. So they don't want you to buy one. They want you to just
I don't believe that.
I don't think they want you to buy one.
That's just marketing.
No.
That's just marketing.
They wanted it. They don't know because they can make you buy a PC and make you sub.
So I'm trying to find this ad. So
it's in our thing. Can you play the volume of it?
It's the Amazon Fire TV ad. It declares you don't need an Xbox to play. Let me see if I can download this quickly.
Oh my God. The voice says you don't need an Xbox to play Xbox.
I mean, that's pretty clear. It's a clear message. I mean,
I don't think I've ever. I mean, I kind of get it. It's kind of like it's still cloud. Don't get us wrong, but it sounds like you don't need an Xbox. Is what they're saying.
Do you think? Okay, it's getting a little confusing though because Game Pass is not Xbox anymore. But on PC, it is Xbox. There's an Xbox app. I
thought they're calling it Microsoft. No, whatever.
Microsoft Gaming, which has always been around. But when you want to do Game Pass on the PC, you have to launch the Xbox app. So it is Xbox. Right?
Yeah, but like you say, this is just step one. And they're playing nice with everybody. So soon it's an app on your LG television on the store. It's an app in your TV like you have. It's everywhere. And they start to get more players because they're reaching more people.
Right.
So people start doing Game Pass on their phone, streaming to their phone, and they grab a controller. Maybe Xbox, is Xbox a visionary in some way? Let's just take this devil's advocate way. Did they see that the home console is dying? And they're like, young people aren't playing in their living rooms anymore. They're playing on the phone. They're playing on gaming PCs. This is how we're going to adapt and change. This is the long run move we need to do.
Yeah, I think that's really true what you're saying because I think just from my perspective with my children, like my oldest daughter still has the mentality. My youngest does not.
Right.
Like the console mentality.
Yep.
Like she is young enough that the phone was more younger.
Yeah.
Like, so that seems like where everything goes down, you know?
It seems like the console market is like a 35 and up guy or something, like that grew up in that time.
Right.
And people I know with kids are like, yeah, my kids are like gaming PC or they want mobile handheld. They're all about
Right, or
Switch
they want an
handheld.
iPad, they want-
yeah. So it's like the handheld. That's why the handheld PC gaming thing is heated. All right, let's listen to this.
Here it is. I can't see this, by the way. I can only hear it. So, what's happening?
You could play it.
Okay. No, I downloaded the audio.
Sounds like you're playing a horror movie.
Okay, so what's happening, you think? Want to try to describe it?
Yeah.
Oh, a phone's
The
ringing.
babysitter's calling.
Very funny.
He's in the
Who
house.
is this?
Somebody who wants to play Xbox.
What?
But don't you need an Xbox for that?
You don't need an Xbox to play Xbox.
Wait, what is this commercial?
This is scary.
This is like a
They're
scary...
doing they're doing Scream.
The Xbox is inside the house.
But this is what they're marketing to some girl. Hi, like, you don't need an
Very
Xbox.
funny. Who is this?
Somebody who wants to play Xbox.
But don't you need an Xbox for that?
You don't need an Xbox to play Xbox.
You know what? I think you have the wrong number. I'm gonna go.
Bunch of perverts.
What is this?
Is that Dr. Disrespect?
Hello again.
I told you I don't have an Xbox.
I just want to know, what's your favorite video game?
Look, I'm not playing around. What kind of game is this?
Game. It's not a game. It's hundreds of Xbox games. Now playable on Amazon Fire TV Stick.
Wow. This is. Oh, no. You know what? I'm
So,
shocked Amazon is
what's
playing nice with them, John.
Oh, my voice.
Is that better? So, want to play?
I can't believe that's the fucking commercial for that.
I can't believe Amazon's playing nice with them because of Luna. You think they'd want to shut them out because they're
No, I think
pushing
Luna's
Luna
done.
streaming.
I think the writing's on the wall for Luna.
Wow.
Like, Amazon doesn't really seem to have a compass as far as gaming goes. Like they're closing New World, that Luna.
Yeah,
they had
ESP
that
says, does it mean
MMO.
Luna's dead? I think so. I think
I
they're
think it's-
saying, fuck
Yeah.
Luna. Xbox.
Luna is literally like Stadia 1.2.
Yeah. And even though
you know?
NVIDIA, their thing is like the best I've heard for, like you said, for smoothness and shit, it's still not mainstream enough.
Right.
So Xbox is kind of like in the best position for game streaming right now.
Yeah, for sure. I think they own it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's-
PlayStation has some streaming solution on the console, but no one talks about it. I mean, when does that ever come up?
I don't know. It's getting weird too fast for me though. Like I know we anticipated this for years, right? We said
Yeah.
there would be an Xbox. The next console is an Xbox thumbstick or thumb drive.
Right. It literally
But
is.
Now it is. And that's probably going to be a part of their next hardware. Like if we had to, I think there's going to be a stick they launch. I think there's going to be a handheld, and I think there's going to be a pro version. Probably at least two of those three, right? Do you think we could see like 3 Xboxes? The home, like the, I don't know, the stick, for
Yeah,
the cloud,
beginner, like the
Yeah.
basic, the pro. Yeah,
Right.
I actually would like to see that, to be
the
honest.
handheld that can be docked.
But what my concern is this:
Okay.
console gaming has always been, up until recently,
Mm-hmm.
that if you have a console, you can play every fucking game that works on that console. The end. Are we going to get to a point where there's games that work on only this version of the Xbox, and like, is that going to happen?
Kind of there. I mean, Xbox is being held back right now a lot of the times because of that older Xbox, the S or the cheaper Xbox, whatever.
Sure, but I'm saying a single
But this
generation
cloud gets rid of that. What if games start to run better on cloud than the local hardware because of all the shitty?
Right.
Or what if we
Optimization.
Yeah.
Okay, but what I'm saying is like a current generation where you have 2 or 3 different consoles that are all part of the current generation. Will some games come out that only work on one of the 3? And does some games work on 2 of the 3? And some games work on all of them? Is that a scenario? Because that would be bad, I think.
No, I think they haven't done that. It's just they hold it back like developers because
Or-
like they have to release for everything the S and the X.
Okay, or Michelle, and I'm predicting this right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or do they have a game that comes out and they say it works on everything, but
But
on
they mean
some
cloud.
of them it's streaming? Yes.
That's why Sarah Bond, and like I said, she said
Yes.
the biggest leap ever in any console generation. She's talking about
Right.
the power of the cloud, guys.
Exactly.
That's what she's talking about.
So they're going to have a GIMP system that can run some games locally and the rest on the
Here's
cloud.
how I picture it. She walks out in her power suit. The most powerful Xbox ever made now fits in the palm of your hand. This little fire stick, this little thumbstick. Take it with you.
I don't think she's going to do that for Amazon.
She's going to pull it out of her pocket. She's going to be
so.
the Xbox stick. That's the Xbox stick.
Yes,
Not
that's
Amazon.
when she does it.
Yes, she walks
she's
out
not
with
gonna
her power
do it
suit.
for Amazon. She'll
She's
do
wearing
it
an
when they
emerald
have
green
their own.
power suit and a lot of gold. She's going to walk out. She's going to pull that out of her pocket.
John Stradamus is making one more prediction.
That's right.
Then when Microsoft announces and releases the next controller, it will be bundled with a Xbox stick.
Oh, that's a good idea. So the Pro controller comes with it.
Yeah. And it will be an Xbox branded stick. And it comes with a controller all in one.
That's right.
That's when that happens. And that's
All
the
you
one
need is the
Sarah Bond
controller.
pulls out.
Or the
controller has a little-
itself is
Well,
it. It's just a little dongle that goes into your television. The controller itself has the parts in it.
Yeah, the dongle is, you could store it inside the controller, like a mouse.
Just
the
bring
USB.
the screen. Just bring the screen. Every screen is an Xbox.
Ooh. All right, write that down. We're going to pitch that.
Just bring the screen.
John and Michelle Marketing. Listen, Phil, we got a meeting set up.
Phil, it's not looking good for you right now, buddy. You got Liza P going. We got to turn this around. People are upset, but just keep
Bring
coming
your own BYOS.
BYOS. Bring your own screen. Yeah.
There you go.
The green power suit is No, I think it's exciting because I think Xbox is going to come out with a couple of new, quote, devices. And I think a lot of these devices are going to be like the handheld, the weird. There's going to be at least one what the fuck device. There's going to be at least one thumbstick, at least one handheld. It's not just going to be a home console anymore. Xbox is redefining what they think an Xbox is when their ads literally say you don't need an Xbox to play Xbox. So whatever. And Sony's kind of doing the typical
But you
thing.
could have an Xbox to play Xbox.
Doesn't sound like you should, though.
This Amazon thing is a weird way to me to announce this feature. But I guess they did. But they did release the Xbox app like on some of the Samsung TVs, I believe. Right?
Yeah, it's actually good timing because Amazon Prime week is coming up next week and Fire Sticks are going to be on sale. And a lot of people are probably going to pick one up just to try this or do this. They may say, hey, I can buy this for $15 and play Xbox games.
So we should get to the bottom of this. So the Xbox app will initially be available only on the Fire TV 4K Max, which is a 2023 model, and a Fire TV Stick 4K, which is another 2023. It'll be identical to the same app that's available on the recent Samsung TVs and monitors.
So it's $25 right now on Prime, and I'm sure they're going to go down even lower during...
I'm guessing that my TV
here.
cannot do this.
Probably not, but you can pick up a stick for $34. The best one they offer is probably going to be on sale for less.
Right. Because the Fire TV on that TV I bought is so bad. It's so slow. Like, it's just underpowered.
Yeah, it's probably not a 4K Max. It's not even a 4K TV.
It's a 1080p, right.
But yeah, they're on sale right now on Amazon, and next week is Prime Week. So if you're curious to try this out,
it's probably like $15 for those fucking things.
You'll probably be able to get one for like $20, I think. I don't know. I mean, I see one that says 4K streaming device. It's $25, but that's not the 4K Max. 4K Max is $34.99.
It's still dirt cheap.
And I bet that goes cheaper next week.
Well, yeah, it's half off right now, the standard one.
I mean, they do that sometimes with Prime Day. Like, they'll jack the price up and then put it on sale. But it's not that pricey. Let's be real. You might want a Fire Stick anyway, maybe, if you're streaming. So you can use it for other uses. But
you're going to have to get a controller. If you don't
you probably have a controller, right? Could you use your Xbox controller?
No, I have a controller. I'm saying if you buy that, you're going to have to get a controller.
Oh, well, if you're a
noob
one. Gamer and you don't have any controllers in the house. Yeah.
But I guess a PlayStation controller also works somehow with all this.
Okay.
Business. So it could be a Bluetooth control is what you need.
Think about the type of games you'd maybe want to play. Would you be
with
that
this?
upset? Yeah. I mean,
well, multiplayer games out the window.
Shooter, right? You're not going to do COD with this, but would you maybe play Fable like this or
Vampire Survivors, like some?
True. I mean,
but that even requires
Path
decent
of the
latency.
Goddess. I don't know. So you probably won't be able to try this. Next week,
and I'm not buying a Fire
Some
Stick.
of our
sorry.
listeners
I'm
are
not doing it.
Well, I mean, you're not a Phil supporter. Some of our listeners are already trying this. They're going to report back. So if you're trying this, come on down to our Discord at videogameoutsiders.com. Talk to us about it. I'm actually curious. Is it shit? Is it the same experience you'd get? Like, are you interested? Do our listeners want this? Are people kind of happy that like, hey, I don't need to buy a gaming PC. I already have a PlayStation. I'll just get a stick and I'll play some Xbox games. I get to, whatever they are, I'll get to play them. Cheap.
Does that Fire Stick have Ethernet on it?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
It does have a port?
Yeah. They must.
Just curious.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I don't know if the ones I have do.
Well, the Chromecast I had did, but
Yeah,
I don't.
mine.
Like I said, I don't know. But this is one of those things that's like you go to Twitter and it's trending on the sidebar and you click on it, it's just angry. Like I don't know if their bots real or if this is like they're just angry about this.
Ethernet is sold as an adapter for $15 separately.
That's not good. That's stupid. That's stupid.
It's USB. It plugs into the USB port on it.
Well, we kind of had this. I was talking in the Discord about this. People talking about the best streamers and all this and that. But I mean, I wouldn't get that one anyway. But I think if someone wants to play Xbox games and it's a cheap way for them to do it, is it actually attractive to people?
I think it is. Like if I was a college kid or young, I don't know. Like I had Xbox Envy, I'd be like, I'll just spend $20.
I don't know.
But it would be a
You'd
horrible
feel like a loser in front of your friends pulling a Amazon Fire Stick out of your pocket and be like, man, I got an
shoved in a
Xbox.
locker.
Yeah.
He's got a Fire Stick.
Yeah, like what? Like just like PlayStation bros like beating the shit out of you.
Freddy. He's got a Fire Stick.
Yeah, she's not going to sleep with you if you have a Fire Stick. You know what I'm saying? Like I think be careful the advice you give college kids. You got to. I don't know if is an Xbox even cool? No one. He's got an Xbox. No, that's why everyone's like, get a laptop, get a gaming laptop for college. But no, it's interesting.
Steam Deck.
Well, you're not going to do work on a Steam Deck. I'm saying if you look, I had a laptop in college, saved my ass. All right. If you're going away to college, the best thing you can give your kid is a laptop, and a little extra can be a gaming laptop. They can game on it. They can do work on it. They take it to class. You don't need to give them a Steam Deck, John.
No, my daughter's got an Apple. She still plays WoW on it.
Yeah.
And it's
how do we
ancient.
sound
It still
old?
Runs.
You think the kids think a fucking Fire Stick is hip, Jobber? They don't. They don't
kids
think
are
they don't. The
Fire
kids
Stick
on,
Freddy.
The kids, yeah. The people. Nobody's like, wow, man, that Fire Stick is cool. That's not what the 17-year-olds are playing.
Well, it is
So-
Fire.
It is. It's Fire. So I think this is marketed to like old casual gamers, or apparently in the commercial, babysitters. What a weird thing
Right.
to do with Scream. What a weird. Do kids don't even know what that is? Yeah, there was new Scream movies. So any other news you saw before we
No,
get out of here?
It's kind of that's like
It's
the
all
big
about
news
the
really
Xbox.
right now.
Yeah. Kids could give a shit about owning a console. Yeah, I know they could. They also don't want a Fire Stick with the console. Kids want mobile, handheld, and PC.
Yeah, and I mean, think about like the biggest games like Fortnite. You can play that on anything. Phone.
Yeah, but they're not going to play it on a Fire Stick. This Fire
No,
Stick is for
they're not.
old fucks.
No, I'm reinforcing that kids don't need consoles because the most popular
Yeah.
games all work on iOS.
That's why I think Xbox, like as much as we're mocking it, is kind of knows that's where it's headed.
Right.
They know that the trend is, hey, it's not really working. All right, well, we're going to get out of here. We'd love to hear from you. If you did try this on your Fire Stick, head on down to videogameoutsiders.com. We have a Discord you can join completely free. There's a chat, there's voice chat, there's text chat. You can support us in there. We do a weekly podcast called Sups. What else? There's giveaways. There's always fun stuff going on in Discord. That's right.
I was just looking to see if Fortnite is on Android but not on iOS because of they're fighting.
Can you sideload the app? I mean,
They're fighting because of Epic. No,
Yeah.
iOS is because of the game store.
Right, but can't you just
Epic Game Store.
sideload directly off?
On iOS, well, you have to jailbreak it.
No, I thought they allow sideloading apps now, don't they? Can't you just
Apple
go to the
does?
website and do it? I thought they did now. I don't know. Man, it's what you get. Yeah, so head on down to videogameoutsiders.com. We'll
I
be
had a
back
Fortnite phone. Remember that? My Android?
next week.
My Note.
People were selling phones with Fortnite on them on eBay. Like,
Well, Michelle,
stupid.
I have some super rare Galaxy skin in Fortnite.
right. Yeah.
because I bought
Yeah.
the Note.
That could be worth something.
I think it is. Like I could probably sell my account because of
Yeah,
that
sell
skin.
your account with the skin. Yeah, it's just like my WoW account is worth like thousands and thousands because of rare stuff.
All right,
That's
I'm
so
looking
weird.
at eBay. Let's see. Fortnite Galaxy skin.
And we're thinking of doing
All right.
for bonus
All right, how
shows
much
this
do
week.
you
We were
think?
thinking of doing PC Outsiders. I'm going to talk about my new keyboard that I tried. What? How much do I think it's worth? $200.
Galaxy skin. Let's see. I can only find it as part of a bundle,
Okay.
and it's $300.
Yeah.
But it comes with other stuff, though.
Okay.
Other skins. All right, we're done.
All right. All right.
Listen,
Enjoy the
guys,
song.
thanks.
We'll see you next week.
Out.
I woke up on Sunday and I checked the weather. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get on the lawnmower and mow that lawn. I'm all done with my chores. Now it's time to relax. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Because it's Demo Sunday. It's Demo Sunday. It's Demo Sunday. It's my fucking fun day. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got my Switch and my Steam Deck and my TV. Oh yeah. I got a brisket on the smoker and an NA beer. I got some French onion dip and low carb chips. Because it's Demo Sunday. It's Demo Sunday. It's Demo Sunday. It's my fucking fun day. Oh yeah. Demo Sunday. It's Demo Sunday. It's Demo Sunday. It's my fucking fun day. Oh yeah. Because it's Demo Sunday. It's Demo Sunday. It's Demo Sunday. It's my fucking fun day. Oh yeah. Demo Sunday. It's Demo Sunday. It's Demo Sunday. It's my fucking fun day. Oh yeah. Because it's Demo Sunday. It's Demo Sunday. It's Demo Sunday. It's my fucking fun day. Oh yeah. Demo Sunday. It's Demo Sunday.